Welcome into this Monday edition. Blue Sky Live here with you this morning. Chase Parham, Neal, McCready, Clark Ford Studio. Ole Miss getting into week 2 of preseason camp, leading up to 26 days away from the season opener against Georgia State, Vaught-Hemingway Stadium here in Oxford. So we'll just have some conversations. We'll have some talks today. Probably not the most segmented show in the world, but that's fine. We'll get through it as we always do. We've done, 2,500, 3,000 of these or something by this point.
Is it that many?
It's a lot. I think it is definitely 2,000 or more when you consider everything that has been done over the decade plus.
Yeah,
Like I said, if Corey's at a decade, I know Ben's at like 12 years. So
yeah,
it's.
Someone asked if you and Craddock did a show this weekend.
We did not. We will pick back up. He and Hillary were gone on a little trip for his birthday. So So happy birthday to him from last week.
I didn't know if he was moving daughter back to college stuff.
I don't know that she ever fully came home for the summer or anything, because I know she had a really good successful equestrian event last week, and I know she was staying in that all summer.
Last year was her freshman year, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a sophomore at the University of Kentucky. Obviously in an area that's very good with the horses and whatnot.
Go Cats!
They do pretty well with the equestrian up there. So that is that's going on there with him. But no, we'll pick it back up this week. So
heading to Lexington in 5 weeks?
Underrated college town in the SEC.
Oh,
very underrated college town.
I'm a fan of Lexington. I like it. I've always liked Lexington. It's a little bit of a drive, but I like Lexington a lot.
Grind says y'all pod at least 300 days out of the year, and sometimes have multiple pods in a day. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're over.
3,000,
so we're over 3,000 if you just do the math.
Yeah.
I love when people do sometimes y'all's podcast doesn't talk about anything. I'm like, yeah, well, you're
do 10 a week, bud. See how it goes.
Shohei strikes out sometimes.
I'll get to it in a minute before we get started.
I'll tell you who strikes out a lot.
Who's that?
Pete Crow Armstrong strikes out a lot.
Is it a problem?
Pete Crow Armstrong's starting to remind me of somebody who, ironically, he was once traded for.
Oh, really?
A little bit.
Really? I thought he was like becoming a cult hero for the Cubs.
Well,
I thought y'all were all in on PCA.
A lot of people. I mean, I'm in on him. Don't get me wrong. He's a fun player, but I don't know what his chase rate is, his whiff rate is, but it's not good. Just watching, and I can't get myself into the everyday watching anymore, but just sometimes I see him come up and I'm like, okay, I'll watch his at-bat, and it ends with him chasing. He gets excited. You can tell he doesn't have a calming button.
Okay, interesting. Speaking of Ben and David Craddock and everybody else, Blue Sky locations all over the state of Mississippi, up and down I-55, throughout North Mississippi as well. So they'll take care of you. Plenty of catering options available with Sweet Daddy stops all over the state of Mississippi. No matter the size of the group, they can help you out and get you ready to go for your next either event or just maybe feeding the family. Again, school back in session. First day today for Oxford School District. Again, Lafayette started last Thursday, so everybody up and running. Not sure when Regent starts, but either way, you got all that going on, so let them take care of you there with Blue Sky and Sweet Daddies. And again, coming to you from the Clark Ford Studio.
We are Clark Ford's in Amory, Mississippi, 662-257-1900. Call that number. Ask for our buddy Corey Clark, who's been with us for now going on his 11th year. We're in year number 11 with Clark Ford and Corey and the people there. So I can tell you from personal experience, you get your quote. You can do with it what you will. You can do what I've done with it, and that's hop into a Clark Ford. You'll love the service. You'll love the product. Corey and the people at Clark Ford, they really care about you. They want you to be happy. They want you to have a long-term relationship with them, and they'll start proving that to you when you make the call. 662-257-1900. Guests will join this week on the Campbell Clinic hotline. From fractures and sports injuries to complex spine and limb conditions, the pediatric orthopedic physicians at Campbell Clinic in Oxford are the only specialized pediatric orthopedic team in North Mississippi, providing expert care for growing bodies. Visit campbellclinicoxford.com to schedule an appointment or call 901-759-3111.
Yeah, I kind of forgot this in the stream this morning. My buddy Javi, who've had it on the network here in a podcast, qualified for the Boston Marathon. So that's his next marathon coming. Long road, a lot of effort. Been been a goal for a long time, and it's always really cool to see, especially adults with everything else going on.
Yeah.
Plan and execute big goals like that. That's really awesome. So good luck with that. Yeah, it's a little different when you get under the number and you qualify for Boston.
Yeah,
That's
congratulations. That's awesome.
yeah, that's a big one.
Something I don't think I could do.
Well, I mean, I'm 100% sure you couldn't do it. So I know the time cutoffs. So unless you're gonna go run
like 220?
unless you're about to go run a 3-hour marathon, I don't think you're.
Is that what it is? 3 hours?
I think he and I are close to the same age, and our cutoff is around. I think it was because Hobby, correct me if you're still here. I think he ran like a 254 or something last time, something like that. Again, you can tell me what it is, Hobby, but something like that. That's not in our wheelhouse.
No, I don't think my genetics were wired for that.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's kind of a funny story, and we'll move on. But we're just kind of hanging out at this point. He and I were both, and I say this loosely, as in we both got the medal from finishing. He won the event, Batesville, this year. And he texted me and he goes, "Hey, did you see these dogs or whatever as you're running through?" And I thought, you came through a little earlier than I did, so whatever there was probably cleared out as you were running with the gator or whatever as you were up there at the front. We didn't have the same race, but
those dogs had probably already lived their full lives.
Said, yeah, Hobby 254. I was right. So
254. Yeah,
that's huge.
That's rolling.
I can't explain that to anyone who doesn't run what that is.
Further makes you go, holy shit, at the Nigerians who run the 2 hour, 1 minute or whatever. Like, my God. I mean, if you were to just like take the gator behind like Javi running the 254, you'd be like, this dude's flying. And he lost by 53 minutes to those cats. Think about that's unbelievable.
A 254 marathon is a 6:38 mile pace.
Go get on your treadmill and set that bad boy to 6.4. Set that bad boy to 6.4 and run for 3 hours. That's what that feels like. Can you imagine? No, not what did I say? 6.4? No, not that. It'd be a lot higher than that.
Yeah. No.
I'm trying to think what it would be. I don't know. You can find it. You'd be up in the.
It's 9 something.
9 point something?
Yeah, it's 9 something.
That's probably right.
Yes, the Kenyans are the fastest. That is true.
Yeah.
Jay Robertson doing his first marathon later this year. Goals to finish for the cutoff. That is the goal. Where are you running? Where's your first one out? So Grind said 6:38 miles, insane. I ran an 8:45 mile and felt accomplished as hell this morning. Hey, look, it's the one thing you learn in running is, and I'm serious here, and we've got time, is you have to understand your own goals and only worry about your own goals, because no matter what, you're not winning or like doing something competitively. It is the number one sport of all sports that is about yourself, even more than golf or anything else, where because you got handicaps and stuff in golf. But this is running's a different deal. It's you.
You can't pay attention.
You today versus you yesterday. That's it.
Yeah, it's you versus you. That's it.
It's probably the sport that has the best camaraderie of people understanding that and cheering each other on and doing things like that, where you're running the halves or the full marathons and people that are way better than you are going, no, hey, let's go. Like we're.
Oh, frankly, for the people that are ultra competitive to the point of it being silly, they don't do well in it, because they start trying to run 20 seconds a mile faster because they're trying to beat this random person that they've never met before. What's it going to do for you?
Well, now, look, that is some motivation. You do pick the person out while you're running and go, hey, I need to get past him, and then we'll get past him.
Oh, see, I never thought about getting past them. I was
stay with them.
I want to see somebody who looks like they run sort of like me.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of hang.
Yeah.
But I was really good about, I could go 8-9 miles where I don't think I noticed anything.
Completely zoned
out. Just gone.
Yeah. So, bit of a take here. Getting back to our conversation before we started the thing. Yeah, I think Lexington's underrated. Like I saw Ginger in here said it's meh. I like Lexington. I'm kind of a fan.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a good speed. Got some good stuff.
Yeah.
Don't feel like it takes itself too seriously.
Oh, I hadn't thought about it like that.
It's true. Because I've got Tuscaloosa and Knoxville on my bottom part. Frankly, as much as I like New Orleans, I don't like Baton Rouge anymore. The traffic's just too damn much. And I know that's crazy that that's what I'm dictating a town off of, but here I am.
Yeah.
I just am in a bad mood when I'm going through Baton Rouge. Like, like everybody knows Athens is cool, so okay, great, whatever. It's kind of gotten stuck on itself at this point.
I'll bite my tongue.
Yeah. I don't know much about Norman. I mean, again, Ole Miss only has 3 true road games this year.
Norman sort of sucks, but the campus is really pretty. I think Oklahoma City's cool, and there are a lot of people out there that are in publications and stuff think the same thing, but you're not but half an hour at most from Norman to OKC. So I don't know. Every place is different. There are a couple places that a lot of people rave about that I low-key sort of think suck, but I'm not going to say that.
I'd like to go to Columbia, Missouri again. I haven't done Columbia, Missouri since 2006.
Yeah.
So I'd kind of like to do that as an adult now and just get an opinion. I don't
Yeah.
have one either way.
Yeah.
What's Gabe think?
I mean, he's lived there forever. I'm sure he thinks there's good things and bad things. He probably thinks about Columbia the way you and I probably think about Oxford. There's things about it you love, and there's things about it that you don't love.
Yeah. I can get you down into the minutia on whatever way you want to go.
Yeah. I mean, what you have to realize about Oxford as a person who lives here is that there are seasons to the year.
Yes.
And then there are times that you have to surrender the town to the outsiders because it changes from the way you like to do it. I've had people push back on me when I say that, but I'm right. And I hear other people around town tell me, yeah, no, you're right. They just don't like to admit that. But like you and I both, Fridays in football season, I'm not going to the square.
Yeah, here this is a true gauge. Is if I am getting out for an activity on the Friday night of a home football game and you are in town or the reason I'm doing that, I really like you. I mean, I am making a committed effort beyond words to
no doubt
to do that.
If I meet you on the square,
the person is not getting me on a Friday of a game weekend. Go no.
If I meet you any place on the square on a Friday, I think fondly of you.
Yes. And that starts at about 11 a.m. Oh.
Yeah, probably. I was going to say 2:30 or 3, but sure.
Head to my lunch place at noon. See how it's going on a Friday, LSU.
If I'm up there at 2 o'clock on a Friday, I'm probably at Blind Pig.
Okay. I do like some Blind Pig.
Which is not like a lunch place.
I mean, it is, but
your lunch place is a lunch place where sometimes people go to be seen at lunch. I'm just being honest. Just keeping it real.
We can do a pod on that place, and sometimes on a Thursday or a Friday. Got a lot going on. Yeah, well, it's why I mean, look, they're coming aboard our partnership team here sooner. I think it's or soon next week. I think it's a really good idea Chicory Market's doing. On North Lamar, they are doing their Friday night supper clubs where they're going to let you come and eat 3-4 course meal for a set price, and you don't have to worry about the square or any of that stuff. You can reserve your spot way ahead of time. You're not really dealing with traffic if you come down the right side of town to get over there. I think it's a genius idea. I really do. I think it's very smart with what they are doing. Again, we'll start telling you about that next week. But you can go ahead and reserve those now if you want. You can look it up. It's chicorymarket.com. I don't mind giving that out at the moment. So,
big thanks to everyone. I just put it in the link in the stream.
Here, I'll pin it.
Thank you. I'll put the code in as well. Big thanks to everyone who has subscribed. To say that we blew away projections would be an understatement. That's because of you guys. Thank you. It's humbling quite a bit. To my knowledge, it's still going. So if you were busy all weekend when we launched the code on Friday, you can still get it today. It's code Neal gets you 75. That's for 75% off your first year. So thanks to everybody. I need to do the math. I don't think we're quite at the big milestone that you and I talked about, but I think
we're not. We got to be edging up on it.
But we're approaching it aggressively.
Link up top, pinned in the stream. Again, for anybody that's listening in podcast form, just go to join 247sports.com. And then I think it's still active. They'll get you 75 for 75% off. I really don't know an expiration date on that code. Do you?
I don't.
But I believe it is still there. And again, remember, some of you guys who are already paying for Paramount, frankly, if you get out of that, get rid of it, come back in, use that code, you get Paramount and don't use the code, just pay for it. You get Paramount and 24/7 Sports cheaper than you were just paying for Paramount to start with. But you have to pay full freight for Paramount. So again, just giving everybody heads up, get you understand that is how that works. That's the setup for that situation there. So just FY, if you will, on that one. Has it kind of calmed down? I mean, do you feel like now we're just in work mode after Friday being kind of weird and whatnot, and the weekend? We got a little updated schedule. I'll go over that in a minute after the break. But are you a little more just here we are now, or does it still feel new and kind of frantic?
No, I don't feel frantic at all. I don't think I really felt all that frantic Friday.
Did you not?
It was a full day, but I didn't think of it as. I thought we had a plan and we executed the plan. That was my
very
assessment.
Saban of you. Good.
But I felt like
process.
I felt like we had a plan that went back months. And for the most part, we executed it. And I thought for Friday, we definitely had a plan that we executed quite well.
And yeah, we did. We had projections that 24/7 is usually really good at because they've done this a lot with sites moving over and things. When I came over on May 20th, I think we tripled those projections or even a little more. If I'm doing the math right in my head, it was basically tripled plus 100. If I have that math right in my head.
That's about what we did on.
And then that's pretty much what happened again this time after they had increased their projections because of the way it had gone the first time. So
we're just overachievers, man. The little engine that could.
Little engine could. Potato Log Podcast. Just chucking away.
Just the little Potato Log Podcast. That's what we are. Just one potato at a time.
Oh, God.
That's all you can do. You just peel one potato at a time, man.
Luke, I kind of feel like that's just college and college towns in general. He says, I'll admit this is influenced by nostalgia, but still think Handy Andy's one of the best burgers I've ever had. We talk about this a good bit. Food and place, it's environment and memory almost as much as what it actually tastes like most of the time. Like,
yeah,
it's who you're with. It's what you were feeling. It's what that time period was. There's a running gag to this from the standpoint of, How I Met Your Mother episode where they had to go back to Chicago and find like this burger or whatever it was, and it was awesome. It's like, no, it's because of what was generated at that point. I mean, good food's still good food.
Sure.
But it especially happens with drinks. Like, you remember that bourbon or that whatever, it's because of who you were around or what was going on and the cool night that was happening. It wasn't because you were sitting in some sterile room and just poured it out of a bottle.
Of course not.
It wasn't going to taste like that. I don't blame you there at all. I have those things. Completely have those things. I mean, look, I like a thicker burger. No, Hugh. Handy Andy, everybody does love their burgers, but it's a thinner patty. I would like a larger burger when I'm having my burger.
You like some girth in your burger?
I do. No.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to get a double cheeseburger if you're going to do Handy Andy because I need more. I need more patty.
Okay.
On that. That's all. I think Neal has been to Ajax one time in his life.
Yep.
I think that's correct.
That is correct.
I prefer their dinner to their lunch.
I've still never been to Handy Andy's.
Have you not?
I've just not.
Have you not?
I've never had there's never been, it just has never worked out for me to go there.
I do. Okay, this is the biggest contradiction ever, Avery, because I do kind of like smash burgers, but you can do a double smash burger.
Yeah. You can do a triple smash burger if you want.
We had our little staff get together before last season. Neal did smash burgers here at the house.
Is that what I did?
You did. And we did some doubles.
What are we doing this time?
I don't know. We'll figure it
Okay.
out. We got a larger crowd this time. I keep hiring students, so we just keep piling them in at this point. But
Yeah, at some point, I'd probably need to forewarn my significant other.
I don't know. I understand we just kind of killed an entire segment here, but we're in a bit of a camp lull a little bit after
We get a viewing
after Friday.
opportunity tonight. It was going to be tomorrow night, but it's tonight. I'm going out there, so I will put observations up. There is no interview opportunity today. It's just
viewing.
Just viewing. I doubt if it's a significant portion of practice, but we shall see. And then our first interview session, which includes Lane Kiffin, is Wednesday instead of Thursday.
Yeah. And Friday is now something.
Friday is players viewing, and then players, not.
It is that. Okay.
Yes, not Kiffin.
Okay. So we'll figure it out. We'll go a little more into that in detail. Take a quick break. We'll come back, keep talking. First, NE Spark, the fastest, most reliable fiber internet option available, whether you're streaming the Rebels or connecting with family and friends. They offer both residential and business packages with speeds up to 2 gigabits. To learn more, register for service. That's nespark.com. NeSpark, get connected. Stay local.
We're brought to you by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating, different names, same great people, products, and services. If you live in Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo, or the surrounding area, call Comer 662-801-1777. If you live in South Haven, Hernando, Memphis, that area, call Southern 662-429-4429. Oxford locals, Ole Miss families, if you need dry cleaning or laundry done right, Lapel's Dry Cleaning has you covered. Proudly serving the Oxford community since 2016, Lapel's takes care of everything from suits and formal dresses to comforters and everyday laundry. Even better, they offer free pickup and delivery to make life easier. Just call 662-638-3149 to be added to their pickup and delivery route, or visit them at 3010 Old Taylor Road, right across from the Mark Condominiums. Mention MPW, get 50% off your first order. Trust Lapels to keep you looking your best. Are you retiring soon? I should say. I have 10 weekend thoughts. They're up at rebels247.com, 247.com. Let me fix it. I'm sorry.
247.com.
I'm going to mess it up occasionally. I'm going to get it right.
It means every day of the week, every hour of the day, not just some random digits. It's like your PIN number as you're talking. So, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
24/7.
247.com, rebels247.com. Andrew Seago with Seago Wealth Management sponsors that content item, has for quite some time. Are you retiring soon? How long should you wait to take Social Security? What accounts should you pull from first? Are you already retired? Should you consider Roth conversions? These are just some of the questions that can only be answered with the personalized retirement income plan. Andrew specializes in helping folks just like you come up with their retirement game plan. So whether you meet at his office in Collierville or prefer Zoom from anywhere, schedule a free discovery meeting and see what they can do for you. It's rebelsretire.com. And we're brought to you by Arnett's Fine Jewelry. It's a fourth-generation jeweler located in the old Lamons building on North Lamar Avenue in Oxford. They offer expert jewelry repair, diamond engagement rings, wedding bands, stackable diamonds, genuine stone bands, pearls, color stones, diamond jewelry, and much more. It's great for gifts, whatever that gift may be, birthdays, anniversaries, holidays. Something about the fall, right after the fall comes the holiday season, so you can start preparing for that at Arnett's, where they want to be your jeweler.
Okay, let's talk about this for a minute. You put this up yesterday? Best case, worst case?
Yes.
Is that right?
I did. I wrote that
Is it yesterday?
Saturday.
Okay, Saturday. Yeah, that's right. Because you did 10 thoughts yesterday.
I did.
A second 10 thoughts for the week is up at rebels247.com. Got a lot of other content as well. Looked at Centurion Perkins this morning. Looked at 3 transfers who need to up their projections and do or their actual production. Sorry, they have a lot of projection. Can they up their production?
It's projection season right now.
It is projection season. So try to give that some context, or I did, between Princewell, Amon Mielen, Deshaun Womack, and Jalen Braxton. 3 there. I was trying to come up with them. As they've had either injuries or kind of really good advanced stats, but not much that sort of popped from an actual production standpoint. So look at that. You can find that there at rebels247.com. But you did best case, worst case. You do it every single year. Sometimes you do it in a standalone like this. Sometimes you do it in 10 thoughts. This time, a standalone on Saturday. So you need to click a different link. It is not in 10 thoughts. And it's not surprising where you ended up. It makes complete sense. I saw somebody in the stream a second ago say what would be a disappointing season for Ole Miss, and they listed 7-5. And yes, that is what starts disappointment to me in my head. If you are considering what Ole Miss's season is or is not moving forward, so sort of take me through it a little bit. What'd your thought process involve as you wrote that article?
Well, I've done this for a long time, and it usually works. It doesn't always work, because if it always worked, everybody would go to Vegas and get rich. If you try to be as objective as possible and you do win, loss, toss, games that you're gonna win. Georgia State is a win. The Citadel, a win. I think Washington State's a win. I think Mississippi State's a win. Games that you go, that's a loss. Even though it's technically winnable, I think if you look at Georgia and go, oh, that's a win, now you're not being objective. They haven't lost a home game in 6 years. They've won 2 national titles, played for another national title. So I made that a loss. Obviously, you could get those wrong, right? Upsets happen. But on paper, if you're looking at it objectively, that's probably a loss. But it's the only game on Ole Miss's schedule where I could go, well, that's probably a loss. Then I could go back in, and so that leaves 7 games. And it's not as simple as go, okay, well, we'll just divide it in half, 3.5. You have to look at those games and you start kind of ranking them on, is this likely a win or likely a loss? And for Ole Miss, where I think it's advantageous from a scheduling standpoint, is if you look at the games that I put in the, quote, toss category. At Kentucky, it's likely a win. Arkansas at home, likely a win. Tulane at home, likely a win. LSU at home, that's a toss. That's a flip the coin. At Oklahoma, it's probably a flip the coin. South Carolina at home, you could talk me into likely a win, but it's flippy coin-ish. We don't know enough about Ole Miss yet defensively. We haven't seen Ole Miss on defense in a game to go, oh, yeah, they're going to handle Lenore Sellers. People go, well, they did a year ago. That defense is gone. Those cats are gone. So I can't – I need to see more. And then Florida beat Ole Miss in Gainesville. I can't go, oh, that's likely a win. So you take the likely wins, that's 7.
Yep.
So now I have 3 tosses. LSU – now 4 tosses. LSU, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Florida.
Yep.
If you split those in half, toss them.
9-3.
2 land here, 2 land there. That's 9-3. That's where I get. I get 9-3 all the time. If you told me I was off a game, me just being a cautious, conservative person would probably go back 1 instead of forward 1. I think 10-2 requires, I think I referred to it as providence. 10-2 requires some good luck. Now, what's interesting with Ole Miss the last 2 years is that they have really bucked this trend. 2 years ago, they had games. I think I went back and counted 5 games that they could have lost. Those were games that they trailed in the fourth quarter. They were tied in the fourth quarter. And they won them all. Every single one of them. The odds of that are not great. And then last year, they played 3 close games and lost them all.
Yep.
Typically, you'd win 1 or 2 of those 3. Ole Miss lost them all. Kentucky, LSU, Florida, all of those games were close games undecided in the fourth quarter, and Ole Miss lost them all. So that could happen this year, positively or negatively. You don't know. But if things go by average, I think you end up landing in that 8.5, 9 win range quite a bit. Now, if you get there, can you get to 10? Of course. Could you get to 7? Yeah. And we don't know yet. It's the one thing that it doesn't frustrate me. I find the thread about what do what would you determine to be disappointing from a fan perspective to be fascinating? I said as much. I'm going to follow this one closely. I'm curious because I don't think you have to strain credulity to get Ole Miss to 7 wins any more than you have to strain credulity to get Ole Miss to 10 wins. I think you have to begin to strain credulity to go 11-1 or 6-6. But I think everything from 7-5 to 10-2 is absolutely on the table. Knowing what we know right now, which is there are still question marks.
And as we always say, any of these things get blown up by some crazy injury situation or something like that. That just is
Oh,
what it
yeah,
is.
yeah. That applies across the
three
board.
linemen and a quarterback go out. You go, okay, well, hell.
If Garrett Nussmeier got hurt in week 1, we would change the projection for LSU. There's people doing this with DJ Lagway right now. Look at that. See, the Kraken mascot got chased by a bear in Alaska. I'm telling you, it was a damn bear that I saw.
It was a seal.
It was a bear.
He's kind of scary himself.
He is kind of scary. But look, that looks like where I was.
Okay, is he really being chased?
Yeah, he's coming at him.
Oh, now he is being chased. Okay,
definitely
never mind.
coming at him. That bear, and I was at a place there was water like that, and I heard the big splashing thing, and that was a bear. And your boy, fresh off knee surgery, started running.
It was probably not a bear.
We can agree to disagree.
A little bit of potential news this morning. Multiple people telling us that Ole Miss is set to hire Dwight Wilson as the one of the new off-field recruiting staffers. Ole Miss is in the business of replacing Kelvin Bolden and Alex Brown. The former is now at LSU as an assistant general manager. The latter now with the Atlanta Falcons scouting department. I put on the board this morning that Wilson, who is currently the Old Dominion cornerbacks coach, he was a candidate that we were now hearing, and then now, I guess after I posted that, multiple people telling us that is indeed a term sheet is either signed or in the process of being signed in that. So we'll continue looking into it, but looks like that is one of the hires that is headed this way is Dwight Wilson. He was at Southern Miss for a couple years, been at multiple Mississippi community colleges, maybe Hines and Jones, if I have that off the top of my head.
You're just
correct.
breaking news left and right. Look at you.
We've
had a news breaking weekend, I think.
Have we?
I think so.
Yeah. Just people helping people, just throwing out what's out there.
Yeah.
Well, if any, this kind of goes with what you're talking about. We'll come back to the other in a second. It's a situation like this that I've had to learn to just kind of go with it. Because my journalism background goes, hey, let me take 3 hours and try to do whatever. And now it's like, okay, just here.
Well, that was me Saturday.
Yeah, now here.
My journalism background was like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And I was like, you've got to get past this. At some point, you've got to move on. And I did. And my philosophy was, if I'm wrong, someone will contact me and go, you're wrong.
That's typically how it works.
And when no one did.
One of two things happens. People jump in the boat with you, or somebody calls you and goes, hey, idiot, what are you doing?
Yeah. And I have no idea whether anyone jumped in the boat with me, but no one called and told me I was an idiot.
Right. So, anyway.
I hear that enough in my normal life. You're an idiot.
Kiffin was looking for personality fits more than exact jobs. Neal and I were discussing before the show started. It says a lot about the landscape of college football right now. Yes, DWIKE, Dwight.
Yeah, your spell check's going to fight that for a while.
It's going to be a minute.
Yeah.
Is Siski confirming, or is he just spelling it correctly for people? What is he doing?
I don't know.
Tyler, what's up? What are we saying on the stream right now? And he can come in on this if he'd like. He's in the stream. A group of 5 position coach job versus an off-field staffer. That's an interesting move, and it might just tell you where we are now, and that is the better gig in the situation. Siski says, good dude, was at Hines in South Alabama with Kane. He was spelling it correctly, DWIKE. Yes.
Okay.
So Kane Womack, when he was at South Alabama, that was a staffer there, according to our boy Siski here. So
interesting.
Yeah, there you go.
Kane's a coach to watch this fall.
Really?
Yeah.
He puts dollar signs in, and that makes sense. You're going to make more being a primary recruiting staffer here than you are being the cornerbacks coach at Old Dominion.
Yeah, look, a lot of these, not to get on the topic because I got my matches here and I don't want to have to light them on myself, but a lot of these group of 5 schools and below, they can't afford to do anything right now. The money's not there. I mean, it's like you can go to the Mercedes dealership and you can window shop all you'd like. If you want to drive off the lot with one, you're going to have some money. And if you don't have it, you're not leaving with the Mercedes under you. It's the way it works. And they don't have any money to function, to hire staffs out. And these SEC and Big Ten schools do.
Period.
That's it. You know, I mean,
the pop gun's not going to get it done here. So you're dealing with what you're dealing with. The more you say it, the more the last 2 years are crazy because you talk about expectations, underachieving, overachieving, everywhere that it went, because that 23 season was such this rocket launcher for Ole Miss into the offseason of 24 and it being the national name to talk about outside of the couple major heavyweights with like a Georgia and Ohio State and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they did. They won every damn close game.
They did.
Auburn, Arkansas, A&M,
Tulane,
LSU.
Tulane was driving.
Yeah, that was not 37-20 for the majority of that football game.
No, I mean, Tulane was tied in the fourth quarter. Arkansas led in the fourth quarter. LSU led by 2 scores midway through the fourth quarter. I mean, I think Mississippi State had a lead in the second half. I mean, those were all competitive to one degree or another games.
And won every one of them.
And you got every single one of them. The odds of that are not great. The 2 games you lost were not competitive. Alabama was a competitive score, but it was not a competitive game, and then Georgia just beat the hell out of you. I mean, those were not – no one at any point in those games went, you know what, Ole Miss could win this thing. No. You won every single game, and then last year was the total opposite of that. All 10 wins.
Double digits.
Oklahoma and Mississippi State played Ole Miss to 12 points. Everybody else lost by much more than that. It's crazy, Georgia included.
And then you lost those 3 games.
But the 3 close games, you dropped them all. The odds of that, not great.
The level of you guys would have yelled at us last year at this moment, 365 days ago. We said, hey, look, they're going to comfortably wallop Georgia. And then Kentucky's going to go 1-7 in the SEC, and this is the one win.
Yeah.
And you go,
well, that's why when
that defies any logic at all. And you go, yeah. Okay.
That's why when I was doing worst case scenario, I gave them a loss in one of the 3 September games before LSU, whether it's Kentucky, Arkansas, or Tulane. And I was thinking, okay, someone's going to get mad at this, so walk through it. Maybe you go to Kentucky and they're fresh and you aren't quite synergized. Maybe you overlook Arkansas. Maybe you go, oh, we killed them last year. We scored 70 points. We could have scored 100. We got it. And then they've got an experience. Who knows, right? Maybe Tulane really plays well. Maybe it's just that upset and you're the victim. I was like, I don't know. Who knows? I don't think it happens, but it happens. And I said, see, Kentucky 20, Ole Miss 17. It does happen. When people go, that's not going to happen. I don't know how you can be that definitive in today's college football where we just watched a season where Kentucky went to Oxford and won. Tennessee went to Arkansas and lost. Alabama went to Vanderbilt and lost. I mean, stuff happens. It'll happen again this year too. It's why I don't think anyone in the league's even sniffing undefeated.
It's funny about the schedule last year because it went, hey, all these 4 non-cons, and look, you're not losing in September. Yeah, you didn't get challenged at all either. So the first time you had any type of challenge whatsoever, you got into a weird spot and ended up being 1 pass and 1 turnover. And you lost the game because of it at that point. And yes, the 2023 team did really well because they ran the football and limited big plays. This wasn't complicated with that football team.
No.
They got a lot of big rushes on 3rd and 2, 4th and 2, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 3.
As much as we love to talk about football gods, I think it's fair to say on the field, the difference in those 2 teams was Quinshon Judkins. Hit me. Get it out. Say it.
People were asking for an update from that situation several years ago about the Ole Miss Auburn wedding. Darty in the stream says someone on Friday asking for an update. the venue changed hands and they got rid of the TVs. There weren't any TVs. Said that friends were watching Alabama Tennessee on their phone during the ceremony. So that's your update there if you were curious. No, we're not going to light matches over this one today. This is not a match light situation. What are you doing?
Quick math.
Oh, okay. For the show?
No.
Oh, you're doing that.
Yeah.
They get there?
Close.
Real close?
Not there yet.
Real close?
As close as we've ever been.
How many away?
Oh, I don't want to get in trouble.
I don't know what's okay and what's not okay in those situations.
I don't either.
Not much is okay, I don't think.
Yeah.
But that's it. Yeah, I mean, and I think Tupelo...
Discretion's the better part of valor.
If you're a Tupelo and same person on our board, you said, what record is unacceptable?
So to me, I think
unacceptable is a little different, but it's still 7-5 is a failure, right? Again, failure's okay. People take that word wrong. We've had so many conversations about this.
But I can get them to 7-5 without being crazy.
Well, sure. I didn't say they should all be taken out to a firing squad.
Well, yeah,
I said the season is a failure.
I mean, if we're not killing Brian Koberger, we shouldn't kill football teams. Okay. I think 6-6 constitutes the beginning of failure.
I just simply see failure as a season that does not allow for any type of forward momentum. And I think you have a hard time with forward momentum at 7-5.
You and I disagree greatly on this. I think forward momentum season to season in college football in the modern era is lost.
But I don't even
think
mean, okay, let's step back. When I say forward momentum, I'm not talking about, hey, they're going to go kill the portal because they went 8-4.
Because you'll only kill the portal because you have a bunch of money.
I mean, fan base, program feel, optimism, pessimism. What's the offseason like?
Okay.
And I think 7-5 to 8-4 is the delineation between, hey, 8-4, we were right there, had a couple close losses. Simmons coming back. Hey, watch out, bitches. And 7-5, I'm going, oh, no, did we really beat anybody? Look at what you did. You you beat State, and you beat Arkansas, and you beat the 4-9 leagues, and you beat somebody else, and you go,
yeah, sure.
I mean, they got beaten Oklahoma. Florida beat them again. God, we can't beat Billy. Small margins.
Yeah. I guess where I come from on it is...
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think where I come looking at it from probably a different perspective is I just look at the league and I see this massive cluster of programs that there's not a lot of difference between them. Like, how much difference is there really between Florida, Tennessee, Oklahoma, and Ole Miss?
Margins.
I mean, small margins. And think about that 6 years ago if I'd said, you're in the same league with Florida, Oklahoma, and Tennessee. Everybody would have jumped on that. They'd have signed it.
Neal and I identified the, quote, bad season the other day as a year where they went 7-0 and 8-1 before they fell off at the end.
Yeah. Come on.
Again, ball in the air to beat Alabama that night. Wasn't a good shot at catching it, but ball was in the air.
Stacy says 7-5 would really hurt as far as fundraising. Yeah.
NIL?
I don't know.
I mean, frankly, rev share. It's not like every school just has $20 million over there ready to hand somebody. It's not how this works.
Well, it won't affect Ole Miss's rev share.
It won't affect the fact that they will find the $20 million. It will absolutely affect where that $20 million comes from. Because that's not just, again, it's not in the budget. It's still being pulled from private donations to some extent. Granted, Tennessee cleared number 4 out of that group. I mean, they do have a quarterback situation that's not ideal right now. But yeah, NIL-wise, sure, it will affect it. There's no doubt about that. It has no ability to do anything but affect it. So, all right, continuing a second. First, SEC Media Days coverage a few weeks ago was brought to you by New Albany Pharmacy and Solutions. They're staying with us, so stay with them. Located at 140 Fairfield Drive in New Albany. Contact them at 662-539-7777. They got a new website. That's newalbanypharmacy.com. Go check it out. Family-owned pharmacy there with Michael and Lauren Warren. It is excellent service, wide range of gifts for all ages, home decor, jewelry, and much more. Tell me you heard about them from the podcast and PW Digital, however you want to phrase it. And you get 15% off any non-medical purchase. So if you're in that area, in the New Albany area, Union County, check them out again. That's newalbanypharmacy.com.
Let's see. I lost my place. Yep, I've got multiple files up, but I'm paying for it right now. We're brought to you by the College Corner. They've got autographed footballs and helmets in stock. They've also got all the gear, all the brands, all the colors that you want for the upcoming football season. 8 games in the Grove. Not in the Grove. They won't play any games in the Grove. 8 games in the Vaught Hemingway Stadium after you're in the Grove. You can get all your gear together by stopping at College Corner right there in the Oxford Commons, right off of Sisk Avenue. CollegeCornerStore.com as well. We're brought to you by Argent Wealth, formerly Pinnacle Wealth, Argent based in Ridgeland, Mississippi. They represent clients in more than 20 states. Argent provides detailed, specialized investment management, financial planning, retirement planning for individuals and businesses, and much more. At Argent, investing is treated like a commodity. Decisions are made using objective information and research, not emotions. So regardless of your level of wealth, they'll sit down with you and they'll study your goals, study your expenses, put forth a comprehensive, detailed financial and retirement plan built just for you. It's myargentwealth.com. Also brought to you by John Edwards, Regency Travel Incorporated in Memphis. John's part of Virtuoso. It's a worldwide network of travel partners that allows John to supply his clients with added values, unique benefits simply not available to other travelers. Get in touch with John. Give him some parameters. Give him a budget. That's really important. He's going to give you options that you're not going to find on your own that's going to help you create a lifetime of unique memories. 901-494-3387 or send him an email at jedwards@regencytravel.net. Get the beautiful, healthy smile you deserve at Corinth Dental. Dr. Bubba McQueen, Dr. Jenny Beth Hendrick are devoted to restoring and enhancing the natural beauty of your smile using conservative state-of-the-art procedures that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile, from routine checkups to advanced treatment, including implants and Invisalign. Corinth Dental's here to help you achieve your smile goals. Schedule your appointment today. Take the first step toward a better version of yourself. It's corinthdental.com.
Podcast also brought to you by the Ole Miss Athletics Foundation. Remember, season tickets for men's basketball are still currently on sale, however you want to put it. Online seat selection begins in mid-September for that. Premium seats may become available. Let you know that as time goes on, but we're getting close. Neal had a lot of basketball coverage here over the last few days. Plenty more coming as Chris Beard and the Rebels trying to build off their Sweet 16 season from a year ago. So again, season tickets there on sale. You can go to givetoathletics.com and then find the tab there. It's GIVETO athletics.com. Yeah, I don't think Lane is going 6-6 either.
I don't either. That's why I had the range at 7-5 to 10-2.
I mean, 6-6 would be that would be an interesting.
It would mean two things. It would mean that you had a very bad injury season, and it would mean that you lost a lot of close games. I mean, crazier things, but no, I would bet heavily against it.
More people still saying that Dwight Wilson is agreeing to terms with Ole Miss as the hour is moving on.
I forwarded you a source on it, so
yeah, I
felt really good about that one.
Yeah, I did too. So I'm saying it's almost kind of like once the genie was out of the bottle, it all started.
There's a ranking of sources.
Is there?
Yeah, always. Yes.
It's one of the things I tell students all the time. I'm like, hey, when you talk about sources, not all created equal. Here are the tiers. Here's what each tier means.
Yeah.
Here's what you do is, hey, you better check their work, or now you're good. Go, hey, ironclad.
Yeah.
Head there. Those are pretty cool. There aren't many of those.
No.
It's a limited scope.
Very limited.
And then you have to go, okay, why are they telling me? Why do they want to know? Why do they want it out there? What is it?
Yeah.
Some people just like to be in the know and be the one to tell you.
Sometimes people just like you and they want you to
do well. That's true.
We have friends, contrary to popular belief, people that like us.
That's true.
Tyler is confirming in the stream.
Oh, he did?
He says he can confirm. He says per the source.
The source.
I would assume that means he's talked to the individual in question.
Yes.
You ever had that happen where the guy tells you it's true, but you didn't get it from me? And I'm like, whoa, okay. And so you say source close to the situation.
Source. I mean, it is accurate.
Yeah.
Source close to the situation is not inaccurate.
Hard to get closer. That happened to me once in Mobile. The guy was like, it's true. You just can't get it from me. So I went to my editors and I said, I've got it. You need a second source. I'm like, but he is the source. Like, why are we doing this? It's 9:30 on a Tuesday night. I've got it. The story's written.
It's like the AD tells you this is happening. You go, yeah, but who's the second? It's like, I don't.
Yeah.
What do you do? I'm good.
What do you want?
If it's inaccurate, I have a bigger problem right now. So just let me know.
I pissed off my editor that night because I said, what do you want me to get his wife on the phone as a second source? What do you need? They looked at you like, well, that's a thought. Oh, for the love of God.
Not trying to get off in feels or anything. Just kind of curious, what was it like with no first day of school today? Your first one since, I mean, I've known you for damn sure.
Oh, I was fine.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
He's like, that's not it.
No,
this is not
it.
the.
There's going to be some sentimental stuff. First day of school will not be the sentimental deal.
Yeah, today wasn't much of. I mean, Carlian's going into third grade today, and it was not much today. It was sort of just, hey, everybody got what you need. We're on pace here. Got this going. You got the water bottle. You got the backpack. Let's not forget anything.
Yeah.
Had to take some snacks to the class. That was a first day thing that they
Third grade?
Third grade.
Third grade.
Yeah, third grade.
Who was your third grade teacher?
Natasha Ashcraft. I said that really confidently, and I'm right. Yeah, I had to think about it for a second.
Yeah.
I think I can tell you every teacher through elementary school. I would miss some junior high and high school teachers if you made me really go by subject to subject.
Let me see if I can do it.
I could do elementary.
All right, Mrs. Hawkins in kindergarten.
Okay.
Mrs. Wilder in the first grade.
Vicki Comer, Doris Archer.
Mrs. Terrell in the second grade.
Gwen Warren.
Ms. Anderson in the third grade. Miss Boyd in the fourth grade, who was probably my favorite elementary school teacher ever.
I actually had a Miss Parham in fourth grade.
Wow. And then Ms. Leachman in the fifth grade.
Miss Leachman.
And in the sixth grade, we went to a school called I.A. Lewis, which was just for sixth graders.
Okay.
And you had different classes, but I spent most of my time in one grouping.
See, that's what I was kind of thinking, because fifth and sixth grade, same thing. We had multiple teachers, but I'm pretty sure it was law and journey for the homerooms, which is what would be applicable.
I had Mrs. Neal for the majority of sixth grade. And then in the seventh grade, we went to classes at Glenview Junior High School, home of the Bear Kits. Glenview's now an elementary school. It's not.
Jesus, I forgot to even take the obligatory pic of my kids. Just do it tomorrow, and nobody will ever know the difference.
No one will ever care.
Moving forward. Just seriously, just take it tomorrow morning.
If that had happened to Laura, she would have viewed that as complete maternal failure and probably gone and done the picture somewhere.
Gotten them out of class to take the first day photo.
I wouldn't have bet against it. She was pretty organized with first day photos.
Yeah, did the walker thing today. It was a little fast. It's actually faster to drop your kid off where Carlin goes walking them up than doing the actual drop off line.
What school is she at?
Della. It's I hope it's not illegal and I'm getting in trouble right now, but I think it's fine.
I always liked Della.
I saw Eric Wood dropping off his kid this morning. Talked to Eric for a few minutes.
I talked to Eric the other day about Ruston.
Yeah, super nice guy.
Yeah,
Eric's awesome.
Great guy.
So yeah, it's because anybody that doesn't live here, Oxford has a bunch of campuses. It's like 7. There's a lot of campuses there. So anyway, yeah, take the photo tomorrow. Gee, you're all good. No problems there. Second week of camp, we haven't seen them hit. We haven't seen contact. I'm not about to do the hey, what are we learning thing because we don't really know yet. But I will say this: has there been under the understanding that we are seeing a very small amount of practice to this point.
Yes.
Very small. And we have no idea what they're doing once we leave. Lane could be doing a complete 180 on us while we're there and then have everybody in different spots once we leave.
It's unlikely, but sure. I don't know.
We have no idea.
I can't report on something I don't see.
So I'm going to be careful when I ask this, but I'm still going to ask it. Have you been, just in where your mind was going into it, have you been surprised by the number of reps that anyone has got or not gotten in the parts we have seen?
No, but I've only been to one practice.
Oh, yeah, you missed because you were unemployed that day, so you didn't really have anything.
I was destitute.
Because mine continues to be corners, is the level of reps that Chris Graves and Antonio Kite are getting. We weren't even really sure what position Kite was going to play when he came in from Auburn. And he's been running a good bit of getting a lot of reps in that rotation. And then, as I have said on this show, for whatever reason, I just sort of always catch myself watching Chris Graves, and he also has gotten a lot of one-team reps as well and a lot of different things in that rotation also. So there's that. They've been playing Braxton at safety, not corner, for the most part, which is interesting. Came in as a corner, had really good coverage grades his freshman year at Arkansas prior to being hurt the majority of last year. He only played 77 snaps last year for the Razorbacks, but he was really good 2 years ago. And then linebackers, Todd Chambers playing a ton right now from what we see.
Yeah, and I kind of expected that.
Yeah.
Based on things I'd heard.
Gained some weight, looks pretty good.
Physical. Chris Paul was pretty physical last year. That's a big shoes to fit to replace.
When the lights go on, guy, Chris Paul.
Yeah, but he was a physical player.
He was. That's what I'm saying. But like in practice, you watched him, you went, it's okay, whatever. And then you get on the field, and he's 3 steps faster.
Well,
went, whoa,
it's one of the reasons that I think I do it the right way as compared to some other people. I don't walk around that field. I make definitive statements. I don't know how you do that based on the part of practice we are seeing. We don't even see any 7-on-7 really. I don't know how you go, oh, yeah, this guy's going to be great or this guy's going to suck. I don't know how you do that. I mean, frankly, I just think it's totally disingenuous and just a complete – I think it's bullshit, frankly, pardon my French. I think it's bad. But I don't do it. I don't understand there's people that want it. But I don't – if we're not seeing – you can look at some things and go, huh, they seem to like that guy or they're looking – but I don't – if you're not seeing them play football, and endo drills are not actual football.
In no way.
They're just not. And so, yeah, and to your point, and you're exactly right, we don't know what happens once we leave.
I mean, I don't think they're moving anybody around, but here we are. So, but we'll continue to figure it out, learn more. We know the kicker's good. We haven't really seen much of the kicker yet.
No.
I haven't seen him kick at all, actually.
I haven't seen him kick one ball.
Canero?
I think that's right.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
He made like all of his kicks until he missed one against Bama last year, and then he made like 16 or 18 in a row after that.
Yeah. He had a really good year. He's a very good kicker.
Okay.
But I have not seen him kick. So I can't say he's having a great camp. I don't know. He could
probably having a great
He could be having an awesome camp.
He's probably having a good camp.
He could be having an awful camp. I don't know. I'd bet on awesome over awful, but I don't know. I don't see it. So therefore, I can't make that leap. And maybe that's the old school journalist in me coming out too much. I don't know.
You haven't fully gone new age, have you? In a lot of ways.
In a lot of ways, because I don't still think it's me. Like if I went out to practice tonight and came back with 200 observations from my 30 minutes, do the math on those. That means every 15 seconds I'm making an observation. From a practice where nobody played a single snap of 7-on-7 or 11-on-11.
Mm-hmm.
What would the value of those be? Be pretty empty calories, wouldn't they?
But sometimes people will just want chips. It's football. It's like the videos sometimes we take where it's like, okay, here and then.
Yeah. I mean, I'll put the video up with no context. Like, oh, you guys can see the same thing we're seeing. This is what we see. And sometimes I think that's the point of it. This is what we see. You judge. You want to make judgments? Make judgments. It's up to you.
We have seen like 3/4 speed offensive line, defensive line sort of going at one another for about 5 minutes. That is the only line activity head to head that I have seen.
Yeah.
And it was sort of full speed.
But controlled.
That's a good, that's the word.
So I'm not criticizing those who do that necessarily. I don't think I'm qualified to do that. I've never coached football. I've never played offensive line. Never played defensive line. I don't know how, and I've never coached it. I don't know how I can suddenly become an expert at it. So I don't. That's not I can write about it. It'd be like if the defensive line coach came in and said, I can do your job. I'd say, no, you can't. Not as well as I can do it. But I damn sure aren't going to walk into his world and go, I could do your job. Okay, I couldn't begin to. I couldn't watch defensive line film and go, okay, here's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I can watch Laramie Tunsil move his feet and go, holy shit, that dude's awesome. Anybody can.
Speaking of, he remains underrated to this day. I saw Rivals was doing like the top 5 stars of all time or like of their era or something like that.
They skipped him?
No. He was he's number 24 on their list.
There's 23 higher ranked players than Laramie Tunsil on the Rivals list?
Yeah, of the all-time 5 stars. He's at 24. Well,
what's the criteria? What they became?
I'm assuming what they became.
Dude.
I don't know.
Come on, guys. Y'all got to stop this. It's just.
Well, he was out of high school. He was ranked 13th, and there weren't 12 better. I think it was 13th out of high school. I know it was because Robert was 1, Laquan was 5, Laramie was 13. I think that's right.
Okay.
On a re-rank, he wouldn't be 13th.
No, it'd be 1.
I mean, Chad Simmons says here, he says, first time he ever met Tunsil when he was at Columbia to see 5-star defensive lineman Timmy Jernigan. The coach told him there's one player that can win a rep against Jernigan every now and then, and it was Tunsil, who at the time was a 245-pound sophomore.
Yeah.
He grew a little bit.
Elite player.
There's a thread on our board yesterday about whether he should be up for jersey retiring at some point.
Oh.
And it's
complicated.
Well, it's complicated from the standpoint of people can say we shouldn't be retiring jerseys, talking about whatever team, like because you have the ridiculous stuff like Shadur last year, and that's a different argument than if you are going to retire jerseys. What is the criteria, and should a number be retired? That's a completely different deal when it comes. Siski makes a pretty good point about practice. Says you don't necessarily have to be a coach or evaluator, but you need to go around the league and see everyone else, then compare. Yeah, there's no context.
Well, that was my point the other day.
Because every SEC program by itself looks great. Yeah, wow. They're good at football.
Yeah, I would guess that if I went and pick an SEC team, any SEC team, even the ones that are predicted to finish at the very bottom, Mississippi State, Kentucky, Arkansas, I think if I went to any of those 3 places and watched them practice in shorts and helmets against air, I would be impressed. They have SEC athletes. I'm going to guess Zach Calzada, Taylon Green, Blake Shapen all look pretty damn good throwing to receivers with nobody guarding them and no chance of getting hit in the pocket. I'm going to guess all 3 of those cats are really good. Would be impressive. I mean, Taylon Green might blow you away. That dude's an elite athlete. Nobody hitting him, receivers running wide open. I mean, he is pretty inaccurate. He might miss some of them, but he would still look good doing it. And Calzada and Shapen, they probably pretty high percentage throwing against air.
No doubt.
And so you do have to take that into consideration. And sometimes it's funny, you'll do that and people are like, you're being a smartass. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm literally telling you that I'm watching an offense of SEC caliber players go up against a defense that is non-existent. Yes, they're going to look good.
Yeah. Take our final break. Come back in a minute. Tell you first about G&M Pharmacy, 662-236-2222. They deliver locally in the Oxford area, and they offer MedSync. Fill your prescriptions every day and take care of you. One trip to pharmacy, one delivery. You have everything you need when you need it with G&M. So whether that be Tyson Drugs in Holly Springs or G&M in Oxford, that's 662-236-2222.
Brought to you by Parrish Brewing Company, where their simple goal is to make awesome craft brewed beer. I'll just go ahead and tell you that they've done it. They have achieved their goal. They make awesome craft brewed beer. They make Dr. Juice. It's a highly drinkable IPA, 6% ABV. They make a double IPA called Ghost in the Machine. It's fantastic. Brewed with obscene quantities of hand-selected Citra hops from their favorite farm in Yakima Valley, Washington. You can expect pungent grapefruit aromas and flavors, tropical fruit, less harsh bitterness than most IPAs. And if IPAs aren't your thing, that's cool. They've got Pilsners. They've got lagers. They've got everything. Coffee stouts, wheat beers. They've got everything you're looking for. Wherever you look for beer, look for Parrish Brewing Company. You won't regret it. I have a mailbag to you at Rebels 24/7 on Wednesday. That's brought to you by Art Hayes of Sotheby's International Realty. Are you thinking of making a move? Put the power of Sotheby's to work for you as a licensed agent. With Sotheby's and a supporter of all things Ole Miss, Art can help you buy or sell in your hometown or anywhere in the world at no charge to you. Seriously. So call and ask Art how. 612-805-5929 or email art at arthur.hayes@lakesmn.com.
I know he's going to end up getting paid, but is this Micah Parsons train wreck situation entertaining you, or are you just sort of over it because Jerry does it every single time?
Yeah, I'm not really paying attention to it at all. I figure it'll resolve itself sometime between now and the start of the season. It's funny how guys as the first paycheck arrives, guys tend to get over things.
It'll be okay.
It's like Trey Hendrickson in Cincinnati. I'm like, holler at me in 4 weeks.
The debit hits the account.
You know, at some point he's going to go, well, you know what? I guess I do need $17 million. Or not. And I mean, look, if you're principled enough to hold out for a whole season and lose when your clock is ticking, lose that kind of money, I mean, I think you're nuts, but I admire your commitment to being nuts. But no, the day-to-day, and look, I get why the TV people do it. It's content. It's Monday. You got to talk about something. But no, the day-to-day drama of it, I don't pay a lot of attention to it.
Damian Lillard stepping in as the new general manager at Weber State.
Yeah, I saw that.
While also playing.
Well, this year he's not playing, so
that's true. He gets a year.
So he gets kind of to do it while he does his rehab from his Achilles tear.
It's true. Are you locked into this Cubs Brewers race at this point? Is it getting you at all?
I wish I could. I'm almost mad at myself that I'm not more emotionally engaged in it.
Cubs are a fun team, and you haven't really locked in.
No, and they're fun. They're fun to watch. I watch them some, but no, I'm not locked in. I've not watched the Cubs this season at any point and thought this is a team that could go to the World Series. Now, the Brewers are playing at a level. I saw this the other day. I read this. Their current streak that they're on, only one other team since 2000 has had a streak like this. It's the Phillies at one point in the last few years where they went 20-something and 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Brewers are good. I think either the Padres or the Dodgers or maybe the Phillies are going to win the National League, just based on what I've watched. That Padres bullpen is going to be hell in a postseason.
They're not really in the race at this point, but the team that's sort of fun coming off a sweep of the Yankees is the Miami Marlins. Up to 500, young team.
Didn't sell at the deadline the way a lot of people thought they would. I've seen that story before.
Well, the Marlins.
I've watched the Marlins.
2 wild cards turned into World Series champions in 97 and 03. You're well-versed on one of those clubs.
One of them, for sure, came out of nowhere. I actually kind of remember the day that they clinched. They beat the San Francisco Giants, and everybody that year was terrified of the Giants, and I was watching the Marlins. Was like, oh, man, I don't know. And I was right.
Young group, doesn't know any better. Got some veterans. Yeah. Got a club there.
Almost would have rather played the Giants where everybody was, hey, if we don't win with Barry, pressure. That Marlins team had no pressure.
03 Marlins team went 91-71, second in the NL East to the Braves.
Yeah, they were good. It wasn't like they were terrible. The Braves were really good. The Cubs, I think, won 94 games that year.
Marlins fired their manager early into that year.
Yeah, because they brought Jack McKeon in.
Yep. Jeff Torborg.
In 2004, I was in Atlanta. My friend Dan Jennings and the Marlins were in town. He invited me to breakfast, and it was me and him and Jack McKeon. And
oh, really?
Yeah, and he was really nice, and I kept thinking in the back of my mind, I'm supposed to hate you.
I'd like to hate you.
You really broke my heart.
Did he wear his ring?
No, I don't think so. Dan was messing with me because Neal's a big Cubs fan. I was like, yeah, that's true.
True.
I did ask him. I said, do you think Alou would have caught the ball? They sort of begrudgingly admitted that they thought Alou would have caught the ball.
Lineup for that Marlins team: Pudge Rodriguez, Derek Lee, Luis Castillo, Alex Gonzalez, Mike Lowell, Todd Hollinsworth, Juan Pierre, and Juan Encarnacion.
Pretty good team.
It's a good team. Miguel Cabrera on that team, a 20-year-old Miguel Cabrera.
And
on
he
that
was
team.
really good. Electric. And they had Josh Beckett.
On the other side, from position player standpoint, Mike Mordecai and Jeff Conine finishing up their career.
Yep.
At 35 and 37.
Yep.
Brad Penny.
Wasn't Todd Hollinsworth on that team?
He was, yes. Yeah, I said him. Yeah, played left field.
Yeah.
Their actual best WAR player was Pudge. He had a 4.5 WAR for the year. Castillo at 4.4. Yeah, Brad Penny, Mark Redmond, Dontrell Willis, Josh Beckett, AJ Burnett.
Pretty solid.
It was a good team.
It's a good team. Ugueth Urbina coming out of the bullpen at the time was at the top of his game.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, sorry. You mentioned the standings.
Yeah.
Phillies half game up on the Mets in the East. That's 63-48 to 63-49. Brewers 2 up on the Cubs, 67-44, 65-46. 9.5 ahead of the Reds. Nobody else there. Dodgers and Padres separated by 3. Dodgers at 47 losses. Padres at 50 losses in the National League. And in the American League, the Toronto Blue Jays winning the American League East by 3 games over the Boston Red Sox currently.
Red Sox coming on.
Yankees 4.5 back of the Blue Jays. The Tigers 8 games ahead of the Guardians are still holding on there.
Yeah.
With Detroit, fun team. And the Astros 2.5 ahead of the Mariners and 4.5 ahead of the Texas Rangers right now.
Probably time to start giving the Astros credit for organizational consistency. But everyone wants to do the cheating thing, the banging on the trash cans thing. It was a decade ago. It might be time to acknowledge that here's a team.
They are pretty good.
Here's a team that lost Kyle Tucker and others after the season. They lost Alex Bregman, and now they're right back.
Mm-hmm.
Really interesting story about, I put it in 10 Weekend Thoughts about inside the scenes of Carlos Correa's trade back to Houston from Minnesota, where the Twins looked at him and said, "You didn't sign up for this.
Oh, interesting.
We'll make it work."
Mm-hmm. Red Sox, Yankees, and Mariners currently have the wild cards in the American League. The Rangers 2 back, Guardians 3 back, Royals 3.5 back. And in the National League, the Cubs 3.5 clear, Mets 1 clear, Padres getting a spot, and then the Reds 4 back, and the Giants and Marlins 6 back is your wild card run at this point.
So if the season ended today, the Cubs would play the Padres in a series? 4 versus 5.
That is correct,
yeah,
yes.
They have no chance. That's why I'm not excited about it. There's no way they're beating San Diego.
To get in the tournament.
They're not winning in that tournament. They're not good enough. They don't hit the ball well enough. They just don't. They're good, but there's nothing about them that's great. And I just watched the team that you could tell in the middle of the season, they're great. They have a chance to be great. They have a chance to win the whole thing. Like with the Thunder, there were moments in February and especially in March when I was like, you know what, they should win. I've not thought that with the Cubs one time.
Lagway going to be okay? What are we hearing on that?
Hear different things, but nobody's coming out going, there doesn't seem to be this monumental concern.
He was throwing a day ago.
Yeah, I mean, my guess is he's okay.
Yeah.
They got some time, but
You don't love it.
no, you don't want your quarterback to have health issues.
Yeah. So, all right. We will have more tomorrow. As again, there's a practice viewing, no interviews today. That comes on Wednesday for the next opportunity for that, Lane and assorted players, and then players on Friday coming up also. So 24/7 sports, a lot of stuff going on. Again, apparently Dwight Wilson, the new Ole Miss recruiting off-field staffer, replacing either Kelvin Bolden or Alex Brown. I don't know titles and situations yet, but we'll figure all that out. So that's up there on the board. Appreciate all you guys and more, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.